welcome everybody of the World Wide Web. This is Cypher Sigma, and obviously, as you will know, it is Wednesday, so it is Look What I Have Been Watching. People who are new, obviously, this is just where I go over the past week, the past 7 days of what I've actually watched. This is only physical media based, so anything I watch online, I will not cover here, or I try not to cover unless I watch hardly anything. Which, as you will know, I keep going, I do watch a fair bit. So let's get it up and do the little funny thing so we can put the thumbnail on and we shall get into it. So I go in reverse order, so it's always the last thing I've watched and then we'll go back on. So first, this was obviously gifted to me from AJ, from AJ's Movie Place. This is Apocalypse. As you may know, I've downsized my X-Men collection and bought that box set that I watched last week, and I'm finally catching up on a few other ones. I enjoyed parts of this. I'm still not really sold on Isaac as Apocalypse, and I still, and one of my favourite X-Men is Archangel there. I don't know. It had a few potential. It had not. I think it's maybe it's me, and as you will see from other videos, that the X-Men, they kind of did their own thing with First Class, and then you had Days of Future Past, which is obviously kind of bringing the old X-Men back but in a different timeline and stuff, and which you kind of had the old nostalgia and the new in it. And now in this one, it's kind of like, well, let's replace all of the kind of people, the actors that they like, into this new one. And it's like, well, what story can we do? Well, we'll do the Dark, set up the Dark Phoenix one. And I'm like, why has it always got to be, the second movie that did the X-Men was kind of highlighting this, and then it kind of snowballed over to the whole third one. I'm just like, they keep doing it. There's so much more of the X-Men and stories and Brotherhood and stuff like this that I don't know why they keep gravitating to the same story. And the fact that it's always Jean is so powerful that I don't know why someone didn't think, well, actually it's a cosmic entity, let's take in her over, and you could build that into space and go into other places. But it was all right. I like the Quicksilver stuff. They tick a few of the boxes and stuff like that. I didn't think it was too bad. Next one, this is a special edition that I bought when I was with AJ and Matt in London. It might have been the last time. So this has a few art cards. I did showcase this before, and this is one of the movies for Fairy Tail, which is one of the animes on my list, which is why I bought this. And it's okay. I will very much say that. Not all anime is great. I think I enjoy the series of Fairy Tail. I enjoy the story, but for me, the characters don't stand out too much. Kind of they have their own gimmicks and stuff like this, but they're not maybe overpowered that other stuff is, and it doesn't stand out as much to me before. I enjoy it, and I will. Obviously, it is on my list, and I will get it all and watch it all. But even the series I enjoy, but I didn't think this movie was any much more than what the series was if you just put a load of episodes together. Personally, it was me. I don't mind having a special edition anyway, because it probably cost about the same as it would do to get it, because anime isn't cheap. Next, we go Dante 1. So this is, this was one of a few that I bought off somebody off Facebook. It was sending a load of ones. Didn't know anything about it. This main guy here is the guy who plays the Medowenchi, or the kind of French guy in Matrix Reloaded, who has the two dreadlock guys that teleport for everything and stuff like this. So yeah, this is him. He is basically some sort of convict. He has been sent to Dante 1, which is a spaceship which orbits a planet called Dante, which you can kind of see in the background. When he comes on this, you realise there are a few scientists on the space station. Basically, they put prisoners in there and they test stuff on them. What you then find out is that this person has been introduced to aliens before he's arrived there, and then he kind of has this weird spiritual thing. It had a few redeeming factors, but it wasn't the greatest watch. It's French, so it's subtitled, which I always try and watch as I am, but it's just a lot of what's going on. It's all a lot weird. Set pieces are nice and the acting was all right, but it just a little bit lackluster for me. But I think it cost me like 50p a pound, so I'm not gonna. Next one, so I think this was a gift from Matt. I think he gifted me some Van Damme ones recently. So I'd never seen this movie, so I watched it. So this is quite good. It's a little bit fugitive-esque, but not so. Jean-Claude Van Damme's wife gets murdered. He tries to get the culprit. He gets arrested. There's a court case. The bloke gets off. As the bloke gets off, he basically grabs a gun from a police officer and shoots the person dead. Then basically he is sent to prison, and that's kind of where his life is. Like he kind of is a very weak individual and goes downhill, and then kind of comes into his own, leading up to him escaping at the very end. Not to give too much away, but it was an enjoyable Van Damme movie. So the next one, even though it has 3, so this is one I started to watch with my wife. Unfortunately, she was not interested. So there is a second one coming out, Twisters. So I wanted to watch the first one, and my friends wanted to go see it, so I thought I'd show it to my wife. I don't know, one reason she said she didn't like it. I don't think she really gave it a chance, but that's just me. So this is, but yeah, it's quite an enjoyable movie. Obviously, I have this movie in a 3-pack that sits at the end of my collection. 3 movies that I all thoroughly enjoyed, and I did enjoy Twisters the second time. The main reason I wanted to watch it is so it makes me more familiarised with the concept and everything that's gone on in this one, to see if it's linked to the second one. And now I've saw the trailer before rewatching this, I kind of can make a lot of connections. Final one. So Naruto Road to Ninja. So I had seen this before, but the reason I watched this, so you will see, it's further past there. I have all my box sets, and because these movies have to be seen in specific places, this was sitting before the box set that I'd watched. So I watched this movie, thought it was all right, then I started watching the series. When I was 2 discs in, there's an episode that actually is a prelude to this and makes more sense. So I watched that, and then I went back and rewatched the movie after watching the episode, and that made so much more sense of what this was. I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. It's basically the main protagonist gets put into a alternate reality where basically everybody is the opposite of what he knows them. Unfortunately, if you've not seen it, Naruto, his parents died, and Sakura, she is kind of has a loving family that kind of a bit are overbearing. In this one, they reverse. So Naruto, actually, his parents are alive, and Sakura, this pink-haired girl, she is actually the one that's lost her parents. So it's kind of these 2 characters having a switch and getting to live each other's lives and what they deal with. And it was quite good. I quite thoroughly enjoyed it watching it the 3rd time, knowing that it was linked to the episode and why I'd forgotten that in the past. Anyway, that is what I've been watching. As you quite a random assortment. Is there anything you think I'd like? Let me know in the comments down below. Is there any of these you've seen, you disagree, agree? Also, let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, I've been Cypher Sigma Screen Time. Like, comment, subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one.